I'm Stephen King. International best-selling author of books such as Carrie, The Shining, and Firestarter. But this you already know, because you are not human beings. You are the band of demons to whom I've sold my soul for 100 years of fame, fortune, and an inhuman amount of creative output. Well, we signed our contract in 1974. Now it's 1981, and that means I have 93 years left. And so, it is time for you to help me write the next Stephen King novel. Are you ready, band of demons? If you are, on the count of 3, make your evil noise. 1, 2, 3! Oh, yeah. I wasn't buying it until I heard the mwahaha. Well, you know how it works. I'll be writing the book, but all throughout, you will be inspiring me with brilliant ideas. Let's just warm you up a little bit. For example, on the count of 3, shout out a frightening place where a ghost story might be set. 1, 2, 3! Yes, we can have a chapter in all of those, because my books are 1,800 pages long. Excellent. On the count of 3, shout out a horrifying power a teenager might wake up and discover they have one day. 1, 2, 3! Excellent. And finally, on the count of 3, shout out a horrible type of catastrophe that might devastate a town. 1, 2, 3! Yeah. Well, my friends, it seems like we are ready. Therefore, let's get started. Of course, what we need to get started is a terrified cast of characters! Good job! Well, our main character, of course, is a writer. But what is the economic status of our writer? Is she poor, middle class, or fabulously wealthy? On the count of 3, shout out which one of those things she is. 1, 2, 3! Wealthy. What did you say?
Destitute.
Destitute! Yes, she's destitute. Now this character here is a close relation of some kind of our main character. What is the relationship? 1, 2, 3!
Very best friends.
Cousin.
A cousin, yes. And finally, this character here. This character here has something very precious that they're going to give to our main character. What is that thing? Say that again. Diamond. All right, we have a destitute main character, a cousin, and someone who's going to give our main character diamonds. Now, you know, demons, how I thoroughly enjoy using one-word titles for my books. Carrie, Firestarter. On the count of 3, what is the one-word title of our new book? 1, 2, 3! What was that? Theft. Yes. You smile as if you know. Theft, a new novel by Stephen King. Clarissa was poor. In fact, poor didn't really sum it up. Clarissa was destitute.
Thanks for coming over, you guys. I would offer you something. You know what? I think I have a can of soup in the back. Hold on.
Oh, Clarissa, you don't have to host us like that. We're here to help you, no matter what you need.
Thanks, guys.
I could go for some soup.
I was just really hoping
I'll get the soup.
my writing career would take off by now.
Now, of course, one thing that's so important in my writing is my knack for details. What kind of soup is it?
Clam
chowder.
What kind of soup we're talking here?
Clam chowder. That's all she's got on hand.
Delicious.
Wow, so you sprung for the fancy stuff, huh?
I feel like I'm a failure. I mean, my father was one of the greatest writers of his time. And I just always wanted to make him proud.
In fact, that's the only thing that ever meant anything to Clarissa. Making her father proud. A goal she failed at time and time again.
And this time, I mean, can you believe it? Like someone even had given me some money to even start to write a book. And I spent it on this apartment, which hasn't suited me at all. I'm totally blocked.
You know, Clarissa, what this chowder reminds me of? Your dad's novel that took place in Maine.
Oh yeah,
Was By the Rocks.
By the Rocks.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was his first one that really took off, actually.
Yeah, wait. How did he come up with that idea anyway? By the Rocks. I like it.
You know, that's a very, very good moment to really help endow the father as a figure in our story. How did the father come up with the title, By the Rocks?
A ghost. He was a drunk.
He was a drunk.
Well, I mean,
He was just such a fascinating man, and he traveled so much. He must have, I don't know, gone to the top of some mountain in India and come up with it.
let's be real. You know his favorite drink.
Oh.
Bourbon on the rocks. Every night.
That's less romantic.
Well, speaking of romantic rocks,
Should I be here for this?
well, of course, it's something I want to share with both of you.
David, eat your soup. Yes?
I got something for you. Well, yeah, really it's for Clarissa, but you can watch. Now, don't freak out. It was expensive, but you've earned it. The diamond necklace I know you've been looking at. I finally went into the pawn shop and got it for you.
Andrew, this is too much.
No, it's beautiful, just like you.
Andrew! You! Oh, you're such a charmer.
Can I put it on you?
Sure. I mean, this is such a thoughtful gift. How will I ever repay you?
You know what you'll do? You'll go to Decker, Maine, where all the inspiration started, and you'll wear that necklace and write your book and get a perfect, you know what? I'll take it. If I can come, I'll bring my camera and I'll take the perfect author picture for you, right for the back cover of your book.
Decker, Maine had a special place in Clarissa's heart and mind. It was Decker, Maine, where her father always went to write his books. Decker, Maine, where she was never invited to go with him. She had always wanted to see Decker, Maine, and on the other hand, she was always afraid to go there, for that was the very aura that separated her from her father. Decker, Maine.
Wow. Maybe I do need to go there. Maybe this is something that, I need to face.
Did Uncle Joe, he used to always stay in this, abandoned lighthouse? It sounded so cool when he described it. Or I guess it was decommissioned.
That sounds perfect.
Do you think it's still standing? Maybe we could rent it out.
We can all put up some of the money. Or we can.
Or all of the money? I promise I'll pay you both back. Would you guys really do this with me? I mean, my cousin, I love you so much, and...
Hey!
Well, we've just been such good friends for so long.
Such good friends.
You two, that place is probably just sitting dormant. If we just kind of snuck in without letting anyone know, I think we could probably stay there for a week.
It was a ridiculous idea, but Clarissa had a soft spot for ridiculous ideas.
I mean, it kind of sounds like a plot of a new book, don't you think?
Oh! Did I inspire you?
A little bit. Can I have this suit, please?
Let's do it. Let's go to Decker, Maine.
Let's do it!
Let's go!
I'm gonna go home and pack my bag.
The lighthouse stood right on the shore, separated from the water by just 20 feet of grass and a little bit of sand. It was caretaken by an old man.
One more night of safety for the ships. Mr. Musgrave had taken care of the lighthouse, and as his poppy had, and as his poppy's poppy had. It was everything in his life. It had gone through all of the storms that Decker, Maine was famous for. He had sat underneath the table, praying that this night would not be his last throughout each one of those storms. It had become such a comfortable place that he now used it simply to relax. He sat there, reading his book by the one and only Joe Corbin. Not another one.
Hey, this place doesn't look decommissioned after all.
No, but it does look empty. I don't see anyone through the windows.
The light's on.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it's raining, and the storm looks pretty bad. We should just go in, right?
I don't know, it's kind of weird. They said it was decommissioned. Your Uncle Joe said that it hadn't been in use for 40 years. I guess maybe someone's manning it again. But yeah, we should get out of this. Ladies first.
Out of the rain.
Okay.
Mr. Musgrove hadn't had a visitor in 7 years. How did you get it all the way up here at the top of the lighthouse? Who are you? What are you doing here? Would you like a drink?
Yes, I'm Clarissa.
Clarissa
Corwin.
Clarissa Corwin. You mean to tell me that you are the Joe Corwin's daughter?
Yeah. You knew my dad?
Of course I knew your father. He used to stay with me. You know he wrote his first, second, and third novels here, under the table.
Now we know, of course, the name of the first novel, On the Rocks. What was the name of the second novel?
On the Rocks.
Martini Love.
On the Rocks Part 2. Surprise me now. What was the name of the third novel?
Double Trouble.
What?
Double Trouble.
Double Trouble. The third novel was Double Trouble. He was that kind of writer.
You know, I always really enjoyed his whimsical titles. Double Trouble was my favorite sequel.
She's a writer just like him. You know, even better, I'd say.
Really?
Aspiring. That's actually why I'm here. I was hoping that maybe I could stay here for a bit with my friend and my cousin, so I could get inspired and channel my father's energy and write a novel. I'm destitute.
No! No! No. Look, this place has had enough writing happening inside of it. As much as your father and his visits were a very important part of my life, there was a lot of very dark moments